Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. Recently, I released a series of videos discussing business lines of credit, and today I'm going to cover how I got approved for a $25,000 business line of credit with American Express without a personal credit check. This is probably one of the most misunderstood and overlooked business funding options available right now, and most business owners never even realize this option exists. And the ones who do often assume it's difficult to qualify for, or comes with hidden fees or aggressive repayment terms, or some predatory fine print. The reality is very different, and today I'm going to walk you through the exact steps of how to qualify, how to position yourself properly, and how to go through the process the right way. And if you've ever wanted flexible business funding that you only pay when you actually use it, then this is one of the cleanest structures that you're going to find from any major financial institution. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's start with a quick overview of this product. American Express offers a standalone business line of credit that is completely separate from their credit cards or their charge cards. Now, years ago, this product existed under the Cabbage brand, but it has since been fully absorbed and reissued directly under the American Express umbrella. The available credit limits range from as low as $2,000 all the way up to $250,000, depending on your business profile, your relationship with American Express, and the financial data they're able to review. However, initial line sizes above $150,000 are only available to select borrowers who have a pre-existing American Express relationship and meet their criteria. Now, this is a revolving line of credit, which means you're approved for a maximum credit limit, but you're not forced to use it immediately. You only pay for what you draw. So if you never use the line, it simply sits there as available capital without costing you anything whatsoever. Now, once you're approved, American Express allows you to choose repayment terms on each draw. And depending on your offer, repayment terms may range from 6 months to 12 months, 18 months, and in some cases up to 24 months. Each draw that you take is structured separately, which gives you far more flexibility than a traditional loan. So for example, if you have an $80,000 line of credit, you could pull $20,000 today. And then let's say months down the line, after paying that off, you want to draw an additional $25,000. As long as you still have available credit, you can continue to draw up to your limit. So that's the good part. You're not locked into a single lump sum loan and you got rigid terms or you're paying interest right off the bat. And one of the most attractive features is that there are no origination fees or annual fees and no prepayment penalties. So if you decide to pay off an early draw, then you can do so without being punished for it. That alone puts this line of credit in a very different category compared to more alternative lenders. A lot of people confuse this product with an American Express business credit card, but the function is very different. Credit cards give you revolving access to capital, but they come with interest rates that can climb quickly if you carry balances, and they're typically designed for everyday spending rather than having an actual structured financing. This line of credit functions more like a flexible loan, because when you draw the funds, you know exactly what the repayment structure looks like up front. There's no variable interest surprises, and there's no pressure to constantly revolve the balance just to keep the account active. Another major difference is how this product is evaluated internally. While credit cards rely heavily on personal credit scoring models, this line of credit places a much stronger emphasis on your existing relationship with American Express and, of course, your business cash flow. That distinction is key to accessing this product without a personal credit check, which we're going to cover next. Now, this is where a lot of misinformation floats around online, so I want to be very precise here. American Express does allow applications for this line of credit, and depending on how you do this, you can get a hard inquiry on your personal credit, but that's not what I'm going to discuss in this video today, so I want to be very clear, and I definitely want you to pay attention to how you're supposed to apply for this. What we're focusing on is the pre-approval pathway, because when you're pre-approved through the correct process, American Express can issue this line of credit without performing a hard inquiry on your personal credit report. If you already have some business credit cards with American Express, they already have data on you. They already know how you manage your accounts, and they already know how you pay. When that data is sufficient, they don't need to pull your credit again. The key is positioning yourself so that you qualify for the pre-approval flow rather than the standard application flow. So before we talk about the pre-approval steps, let's go over eligibility requirements. Now, the information that I'm going to give you comes directly from American Express. If you were to go on the website right now, you can pull this up. I'll put a link in the description to the business line of credit. At the time of recording this video, it should be there. So to be eligible for the no credit check pre-approval, you must be at least 18 years old, and that part is, very straightforward. You must be in business for at least 1 full year, and this is not designed for a brand new startup with no operating history. Sorry, you have to be in business for 1 year, and you must generate an average of at least $3,000 per month in revenue. So as you can see, this doesn't mean you need massive profits, but there needs to be consistent activity. You must already have at least one active American Express account, either personal or business, and that account must have at least 6 months of history. I have plenty of videos on here about American Express cards and how you can get them with or without a business. I highly recommend that you check my business credit playlist that's down in the description below. And the last requirement is critical. If you don't already have an American Express account, you can still apply for this line of credit, but you will not be eligible for the no credit check pathway. Now, this strategy is specifically for business owners who are already inside the American Express ecosystem. So if you're not there yet, again, I have plenty of videos that can show you various ways to get into American Express. All right, so we've gone over the general requirements. If you meet these requirements, you should obviously have an American Express online account with a login ID and, of course, your password. The gateway to this entire process is a free tool called American Express Business Blueprint. Business Blueprint is a cash flow and financial management platform designed for small business owners. It allows you to see your American Express products, track expenses, monitor cash flow, and connect external business bank accounts. Signing up for Business Blueprint is completely free and it does not impact your credit score. More importantly, this is where American Express evaluates pre-approval eligibility for the business line of credit. For all intents and purposes, in my opinion, this is basically a bank account with American Express. And I'll walk you through how to sign up for this in one moment. When you sign up, you must log in using the same user ID and password associated with your existing American Express account. Now, this step is essential. Creating a brand new login instead of using your existing credentials can disrupt the pre-approval process. Once logged in, Business Blueprint will automatically recognize your eligible American Express business products. You will also be given the option to connect your business bank account. Now, this step is optional, but I strongly recommend that you connect a business bank account. By linking your account, you give American Express additional insights into your revenue, consistency, cash flow patterns, and overall business health. And just to be honest, this will often increase both your chances of pre-approval and the size of your credit line that's being offered. American Express will use a read-only access, meaning they cannot move money or initiate transactions. They are simply reviewing the data on that account. With that said, let's go over to the American Express website and I'm going to show you exactly how to sign up for this. Currently, we are on www.americanexpress.com. When you first get to the website, it should look something like this. To begin, we'll go to the very top and we'll look for business. Now, when you click on business, there will be a few options here, but let's go to business line of credit. Now, when you come here, it lets you know you may be pre-approved. If you're pre-approved, you'll see line sizes currently available, and it tells you from 2,000 to 250,000. And like I was saying, only select customers will receive limits over 150,000. Now you can click on here, am I pre-approved? But if you do click on here and you don't have an account, you will receive a hard pull. Notice it asks you to sign in. Okay, well, if you have an account, which you should, we need to log in. But before we do that, let's actually go back. Okay, now that we're back, you want to go to the very top and look for cash flow solutions. And then you want to click on Business Blueprint. Now, right here, it lets you know American Express Business Blueprint, see the bigger picture. It's one convenient place to see all your American Express linked and external accounts, and you'll click on Get Started. Now, when you click on this, you do not want to create a new account. If you do, you will definitely get a hard inquiry. You can log in with your current American Express account. Now, when you log into there, you'll be able to do all the steps that we talked about. You'll be able to connect your business bank account, the external one. You want to be able to show and demonstrate cash flow. And then you want to make sure that you have, of course, all of your other products linked. Now, once you have all that done, we're going to move on to the next step. Now, this next part will sound small, but it will matter. Once your business blueprint account is set up and your bank account is linked, you should log out completely. Then return to the American Express website. This resets the session and ensures the system properly recognizes your updated profile when you check for the pre-approval. After logging back in, you want to navigate to the business section and select the business line of credit. This time, instead of just applying, you'll look for that option that says I am pre-approved, and then you'll log in with your existing American Express credentials. Now, if you qualify, you will see a message confirming that you are pre-approved, inviting you to complete the application. At this point, the system will clearly state that accepting this offer will not result in a hard inquiry, and that is the moment that you're looking for. Also, I have a video that shows you step by step how to remove hard inquiries. So worst case, if you did get one, you will be able to remove it for this business product. I'm also going to be updating that in a new video for 2026. Now, once you are approved, the line of credit will appear inside of your business blueprint dashboard. From there, you can choose how much money to draw, select your repayment term, and have funds deposited directly into your business bank account. There is no requirement to use the line immediately. You're not charged for access. You only incur the cost when you draw the funds. Now, this makes this line of credit ideal for managing cash flow gaps, funding inventory, covering payroll during growth periods, or handling any unexpected expense without scrambling for capital. Now, while this line of credit is powerful, it's important to understand where it fits. Line of credits are excellent for flexibility, but they do not offer 0% interest promotional periods. Now, this is where business credit cards come into play. If your goal is to stack funding and maximize liquidity and strategically deploy capital, combining a line of credit with high limit business credit cards can be extremely effective. That is where structured funding programs come in. With the right structure, it is possible to secure significant amounts of unsecured business credit that does not report to your personal credit report and offers extended interest-free periods. These strategies rely more heavily on personal credit strength, but they can be layered alongside lines of credit to create very strong funding ecosystems. I have an entire video that talks about business funding strategies with no doc loans and how you can actually do this. If you want to see that video, I'm going to link it right here. I just recently re-released it maybe like 2 weeks ago. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you take nothing else away from this, then understand this. Banks don't just lend based on your credit score, even though credit scores are very important. They lend based on relationships, data, and demonstrated behavior. American Express is one of the clearest examples of that philosophy, and by positioning yourself correctly and using the tools they provide and following the proper process, you can access substantial amounts of business funding without unnecessary credit damage. And this isn't some loophole. This is how the system is designed to work for qualified business owners. If this breakdown helped you understand your options more clearly, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future funding strategies or credit insights and business growth content. And as always, stay focused, stay strategic, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and you have a wonderful day.